Men with self-worth are so aggravating. Like, oh my God, okay, you're emotionally stable and healed. Like, oh my God, it's so strict. It's so strict for no reason. Like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Where the dudes with the mommy issues that like just be trying to conform to each relationship that don't have no identity? Like, y'all be so fun.
You see what I'm saying? See, even she knows that when a man has a masculine identity, she can't have her way with him. This is proof right there. This is big receipts right here, guys. You understand? A man's masculine identity protects him from evil women like this. And, you know, one interesting thing that I want to address that she talked about is she said, where are the guys with the mommy issues that just want to conform? See, here's the thing with a lot of average guys, right? You know, and sadly, because of this generation and the pattern of social engineering, you know, that has taken place, the average guy, a lot of the demographics of the average guy has been raised by a single mother, sadly. Right. You know, because there's been a generation of men that kind of either dropped the ball or they weren't strong enough or they allowed the government to step in or whatever it is. The bottom line is this. A lot of average men have been raised by the feminine. Right. Whether it's single parent mother or they're raised by their grandmother or aunts, or you get what I'm saying? They've been raised by the feminine, or even if the dad was there, there's a lot of households where because of the social engineering and the patterns of society, the man kind of takes a step back and allows his wife to run everything and to have all the say. And so even with that, the children look to the mother for everything because she's the authoritative figure in the house. Right. And so there's a lot of that going on. So what she's talking about right here is where are the men with the mommy issues? OK, and what she really is talking about, which is very important to understand, is that a lot of men, the reason why they pedestal women so easily is because they've been so used to pedestaling their mom. OK, they seek approval from their mother because, like I said, the mother is the authority figure. If you're going to get good grades, well, I'm doing it to make my mom proud, right? If I'm gonna be successful at this or that, I'm doing it so I can take care of my mother. Everything is mommy, right? You got the mama's boy, and he's just going after validation from the feminine. And so when he gets out into the dating market, it's psychologically is pretty much the same thing. Right, where he is putting women on a pedestal and he's always needing the validation of women. And this is the reason for the masculine identity membership. This is the reason for what I do. It's to remind every young man, every man, period, that it is his identity as a man, his masculine identity that makes him important, valuable, special, and everything else that a woman is actually looking for. You understand? Because the woman isn't looking for herself, and she's not looking for a man that is seeking validation from women. She's looking for a man that has validated himself, that has realized himself, because a man that has realized himself and has a masculine identity can provide a brand new experience, something that she's never experienced before. Why? Because he's an individual. He's different. He's rare. He's specific. He's valuable. And he has his own ideas on what his life is about. If she is lucky enough to get to be a part of that life, then she understands the privilege of her position. You understand? So, but in this video, obviously, we're dealing with a woman that she's looking for toxic situations because more than likely she's toxic herself, right? She's like, look, these dudes who got self-value and identity, they so strict for no reason. Why? Because these are the men. A man with a masculine identity has standards. Do you understand? That's what she means when she said they so strict for no reason. Because he has standards, he has rules, he has boundaries. And the thing is that all of those boundaries and standards act as a filter so certain people cannot afford admission into the club of you. That's what it's really all about. And this chick is starting to realize that there's a lot of clubs that she can't get into because a lot more dudes are getting to the point where they're starting to recognize their masculine identity. This is how it is. Like, so she's very frustrated that she's running out of options where she can't find a bunch of dudes that's going to put her on a pedestal and just listen to what she says and try to get validation from her by doing whatever she says. You see what I'm saying? So it's you know, guys, this is the importance of a masculine identity. Where the dudes with the mommy issues that just be trying to conform to the relationship without no identity? A man with a masculine identity sets the standard and has the women conform to him. That's what it's really all about. And that's the way it's supposed to be. And guess what? Any decent female, any good woman, that's what she wants as well. She's looking for a man that understands who he is, and she wants to earn a spot and a position in his life. That's all she's really looking for. Because a man who is self-actualized, a man who's self-realized, more than likely can ensure her survival, because that's what a woman is really trying to do. You understand? This woman is basically crashing out because she realizes that in order to meet the requirements of a man's standards, a man with a masculine identity, she's going to have to put some work in, and she's not ready to put in that work. And that's okay. Everybody moves on their own time. You understand? So, and once again, guys, please, I don't want any of you to go to this girl's page and do nothing crazy or say nothing crazy. Leave her alone. Say everything you want on this channel. Get in the comments and say whatever the hell you want right here. I don't want none of that, like going back to her page and none of that. Okay, none of that, guys, because this is not no female bashing page and none of that. This page is to understand and to take note of what's happening so we can better understand and develop our masculine identity. You understand? If women are frustrated by a man with standards, yes, that's what we want. That's what we want, because at some point she's going to have to look into herself and figure out, oh man, maybe I'm going to have to do some self-work, and I am going to have to be able to meet the standards of a man. And that's how you want it, because how you start is how you finish. How you start is how things happen, right? So if you start a relationship where a man is trying to gain validation from the woman and she's taking full advantage of him because he has her on a pedestal, that's how the relationship is going to go until she gets tired of him. But if you do it the other way around, when the man has an identity, he has standards, and the woman is willing to follow and trust in his leadership, that is a healthier situation. Because now if you get married and you mess around and have kids and things like that, then there is a hierarchy, because she knows what she chose to follow. And because she knows and trusts what she chose to follow, she has a certain comfortability in her femininity, in her ability to be a mother and everything like that, because she knows that she has something to look towards, which is the man. You understand? And then the man has to look toward himself and God. Okay. But that's really what it's all about, guys. So again, this is why masculine identity is so important. All right. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Hope you got something from this video. Hope you're having a great day. Be good to yourself. Be grateful. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.